Hey everybody, it's me Lone, back with a Fallout 76 video, and as you would have seen in the latest community calendar for 76, 4 Star Legendaries are coming to the game in December of this year, and since then, a couple of people have asked me whether they should wait until December before rolling a bunch of Legendaries and using their stored script and modules or not. Well, that's what I'm going to try and answer in this video, so if this video does help you, please like it, I would really appreciate it, subscribe if you're new, but with all that out of the way, let's get to the content. Alrighty, on the screen right now, we do have the latest community calendar, and in December it does say Tales from the Stars 4 Star Legendaries, and of course I can't sit here right now and tell you exactly what effects or attributes are going to be in that 4 star spot. If I had that information, this video would be much easier for me to make. But at the very least, what I can do is give you some general advice that hopefully will help you make your own mind up when it comes to deciding whether you should wait until December before rolling your Legendaries or not. I will give you my take on it. I want to tell you what I'm going to do with my character, but I don't want to be biased in this video either. So I'm going to present 3 arguments for waiting until December and also 3 arguments against waiting until December. So what am I going to do with my character? And quite simply, I'm going to save the vast majority of my script and modules until 4 star crafting. I would say specifically about 90% of the script and modules that I have right now, and also the ones that I get until December, about 90% of them I'm going to save for 4 star crafting. And I think the first and big reason why I want to do that is that I simply want to give my equipment the best chance that it has to be the best. Now, mind you, I am not suggesting that every 4 star that you craft is going to be better than every 3 star that you craft. That's simply not true, and you know that. It's all dependent on luck and RNG and actually what effects or attributes you're getting when you are rolling new legendaries, okay? So you could get to December and roll some 4 stars that are worse than some of the 3 or even some of the 2 stars that you already have right now. It is all dependent on luck. However, if you do wait until December, you are giving your equipment the best chance to be the best because you have access to a 4 star spot and an additional legendary effect that you simply do not have right now. If you are rolling new legendaries right now, you only have up to 3 stars that you can get. But if you have up to 4 stars, of course, and if they all roll in the best way, you could get a really, really powerful legendary piece of armor or weapon or power armor piece that you possibly could not get right now, okay? So that's the first big reason. It's not guaranteed, of course. It's still based on luck, but you are giving yourself the best chance to get the best possible equipment out there, okay? And the second reason is that December is not that far away. Like, we're talking like a 3 months, a few months, right? So depending upon when the update comes live, of course, in December. But we're only talking about just over 3 months. So I'm personally happy to wait 3 months before rolling new legendaries again. I don't absolutely need new legendaries right now. That might not be you. We'll get to that in a second, okay? But I don't desperately need specific legendaries right now. The reason why I want to save 10% of my script and modules is because, yes, there are some legendary weapons that I want to try out for like fun or for videos. Yeah, that's fine, right? That's why I want to save a little bit of them for current day legendary crafting. But the vast majority of them, I'm happy to wait 3 months. That is absolutely fine for me. The third reason is that, remember, when you craft 3 stars compared to 2 stars, right, for instance, you are using more modules in the process. And I presume that when 4 star crafting is a thing, you're probably going to need even more modules than 3 star crafting. Otherwise, it kind of wouldn't make sense, right? I don't know what the specific amount, again, in terms of the increased modules are. I don't know what that specific amount is going to be when it comes to crafting a 4 star item. But at the very least, you can be sure that it's going to be slightly increased than what it takes for 3 stars. So because of that, and because of how tough it can be to be stacking up your modules in the game, because there is a 300 script limit a day every single day when you're playing the game, it takes a while sometimes to build up those modules, and therefore it takes a while for you to be rolling new legendaries. And just imagine, it's going to be a little bit slower when it comes to 4 stars because they're going to take even more of your legendary modules. So in my opinion, it might be better for you to wait and store them right now, because if you use a bunch of them right now, you're going to find yourself struggling when it comes to December and you wanting to try out and take advantage of this 4 star system. So for that reason, I do think it's a good, even for anybody, I will say this for anybody, at least save 50% of your script and modules. At least 50%. I think that is a very safe number, and then maybe go up from then, just depending on your situation. But I said I'm going to present 3 arguments against waiting until December, so let's do that. The first argument I would say for waiting until December is that Modules weigh a lot, okay? They weigh, what is it, 0.25 each? So when you're constantly, getting script and getting modules from the purveyor and putting them in your stash and saving them for later, it's going to add up. The weight is going to add up. And because you can only have up to 5,000 script at a time, eventually you're going to have to buy some modules to get more script later, because otherwise you're going to hit that cap and not be able to get any more script. But that is a waste of your time. You shouldn't be doing that. When you get close to 5,000, you should be getting some modules and putting them in your stash. But of course, when you do that, the weight's going to add up. They can become really, really heavy, especially as you stack more and more of them together. So especially for those of you out there, you might not have Fallout First. You might not have the box where you can put all your junk in. So you might be struggling with your stash capacity. Heck, I'm struggling with my stash capacity, okay? I have like 70 pounds free or 70 free at the moment right now, which is not that much, right? So as I'm, storing more legendary modules, I'm eventually going to run out of stash space. And when that happens, I'm going to have to get rid of some of the items that I have. And that's not always a good thing for you to do. So if that is you and you're struggling for stash capacity and you're getting to that point, constantly storing more and more modules might not be the best thing for you. So at the very least, don't go overboard with it, okay? Don't drop a really good item or a weapon or power armor piece or armor piece, whatever it might be, or even junk. Don't drop them just to be able to store more modules. I don't think that is worth it at all. But if you do have stash capacity, if you do have Fallout First, obviously it makes it a little bit easier for you in that regard. Second of all, in terms of reasons against waiting until December, is that usually, let's take a look at the 3 stars out there for legendary weapons, for instance. Usually, the 3rd star is a cherry on top. It is not the main thing. Of course, the main thing is the 1st star, your bloodied, your vampires, etc., etc. Then the 2nd star is really, in my opinion, what differentiates it from other legendary effects out there. Like I told you, some of the best weapons that I have, legendaries, are solid 2 stars, like Bloody Fast Fire or Bloodied Explosive, for instance, right? All you really need, in my opinion, is a good 2-star legendary weapon, and you are good to go, right? That is setting you up for most situations. That 3rd star, in most of those instances, is a cherry on top. Some of them maybe not. Something like fast reload is really good, but also it's not increasing your reload speed by that much, right? All those 3rd stars in the game, and you can go down the list, in my opinion, most of them are a cherry on top. And I suspect that when it comes to these 4 stars, they're probably going to be another cherry on top. They're probably going to be the cream on top of the 3rd star cherry, okay? So don't stress. Don't stress so much about needing all the 4 stars. You might get to December and not have enough modules and think, you know what, I'm happy to craft some 2 stars. And that's perfectly fine, because if you get a good 2-star, as I've said, they could be better than any 3 or any 4-star that you're crafting. And remember, the more stars that you add, the more resources that you're using. You can craft more 2 stars than you can craft 4 stars, okay? Because of the increasing modules cost. So I would say for that reason as well, don't stress about, having to save all your script and modules until December. You can still craft some really good items now, and then just, as I said, save maybe 50% of them until December, if you can, depending on your stash capacity. And finally, the 3rd reason why I say that you shouldn't wait until December is that if you need good equipment now, then don't wait. If you really need to complete your unyielding set, if you really need that good legendary weapon, then don't wait, okay? I'm speaking from the perspective of a player where I'm content with what equipment that I have now. I'm content with all the heavy weapons that I have now and any other weapons and any other kind of playstyles that I want to experiment with depending on the situation. I'm fine right now. I have my full unyielding set. I have my really good weapons. Yes, I don't have a full set of proper power armor yet, but I don't use power armor that often, so I'm fine. That's why I am okay to wait until December. But that might not be you. If you're struggling in the game right now in terms of killing enemies or even surviving, you might need to finish your set of armor. You might need to get that better piece of, or better weapon, a legendary weapon specifically. So if that is you, don't worry so much about waiting. Again, save 50% or so of your script and modules until December, and then use the rest of them to complete your armor sets or get the weapon that you need to, okay? I think that that's absolutely okay for you to be doing. And that's it. Hopefully, this video does help you out. Let's get to the conclusion. Alrighty, Wastelanders, that is all from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourselves, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.